y'all, I'm so excited to be sharing what I've been warming for just this past week. As a reminder, I do use mostly Scentsy Warmers that are on for just about 15 hours a day as I am a Scentsy consultant. I'm really excited because I do have some updates on my Bring Back My Bar reviews that I just posted. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. As an overview of how I melted my Bring Back My Bar early access bundles, on the first melt, if it was a new to me bar, I melted it in my closed concept living room, typically using 4 cubes. And now what you'll see in my empties is that my second melts, I melted wherever I wanted. I tried mixing and it did change some things for me. This bar is Sea Sun and Fun, and if you watched my Bring Back My Bar reviews, you know that for me, I don't pick up any of these notes really. For me, it primarily smells like a pool. I did use 4 cubes in my open concept this second warming, and I was so surprised that I was actually able to, in that larger, more open concept space, pick up at least the amber and a little bit of that citrus twist in there. And so for me, I really did find that that smaller amount of wax in the larger space made for a much more pleasant melt. And there were a couple of folks in my house who really, really loved this. I don't find it objectionable, so I do think I will be purchasing at least one more bar of it. The next Bring Back My Bar that I tried was Sea Salt Mist, and I did the same thing with this one. I tried it in my open concept using the 4 cubes that I had left because this was a new to me bar, and I did find this still to be a light to a medium light. It lists as gentle tide, driftwood, beach grass, sea spray, ocean mist, sea salt with mandarin and amber. And for me, on my first melting, really all that I could pick up was that ocean mist. But in the open concept, I do feel like I did get a little bit of a sweet grass that was quite lovely. And I do think this bar freshens up a space nicely. So I may actually pick up a bar of this just to have in my collection because it is a nice, bright, open concept warm. Again, I don't think I would melt either of these in my closed concept or a bedroom. Next up is Berries Jubilee, and this was my big disappointment from this Bring Back My Bar. I really couldn't smell it at all in my first warm. I threw it in my bedroom on my second warm, and I was actually pleased to discover that with a little bit of time, I was able in my bedroom to smell the fragrance, but it's still very light and just not a fragrance I feel I need to have on hand. Now, next up, I have Coconut Citrus Parfait, and this list says creamy coconut, vanilla bean with a hint of citrus. For me, I hardly pick up that hint of citrus at all on this bar when I melted it the first time. When I melted it the second time, the thing that I struggled the most with, I think, was the heaviness in the room. And so I also decided to do this in open concept in my second warming, and I was really pleased with the change in open concept. So for me, I feel like this is a bar that I might pick up another bar of, but it would just go open concept. It's definitely not closed concept worthy. Now, this is Coconut Daiquiri, and if you did see my reviews, nothing has changed. The reason that this bar is empty is because I cannot wait to have more of it. It's my second favorite bar from this run. It lists as coconut milk, banana, and vanilla cream. It's a powerhouse. It carries my open concept. It's beautiful. Enclosed concept, just a really great bar. And this is my number one bar from Bring Back My Bar, which is why it emptied so quickly as well. It's Sandalwood and Cranberry. This is just a really nostalgic scent to me. And if you watch Robin H., she feels like it's more of a mulberry note. And I think that might be why I love this, because the candle shop that I used to love to go to when I was growing up did have a mulberry candle that I really enjoyed. This is just such a nostalgic bar to me. It's already in my club. I'm excited to have it back. This is Lime and Sugar Cane, and I really wanted to play with this bar because I wanted to mix it thoroughly and try it in multiple spaces to see if I thought it was distinct from Cocoa Lime. So I did mix this with Mint Fields, and I do think it's a beautiful combination. It definitely does get closer to being a true mojito type smell. Um, in my open concept, when I mixed Mint Fields with this, I just don't think that it's probably distinct enough from Cocoa Lime for me to actually um, add that to my club or purchase more of it. Next up, I finished an Everlasting Gobstopper. This is a retired scent that is in my club. I wanted to compare this to Reggae Sunset because there was something just about the orange note in Reggae Sunset that felt reminiscent to this bar to me. These two bars are very different. The Reggae Sunset is a much warmer bar, and this is just a fun, playful sugar bar. It lists as orange pop, candied sugar, and tangerine. It's great and definitely staying in my club for now. While we're on a sugar high, this is Imagination Land from the Inside Out collection. I think this whole collection is really solid. The scent notes here are raspberry sugar, cotton candy, and sweet vanilla. I really enjoy this bar. I did want to compare this because it is a raspberry sugar to Berry Bubble Blue, and I do find them to be distinct. So I'm enjoying both of these bars, but at some point I'm probably going to have to make a decision because I have a couple of cotton candy scents in my club right now. So we will see if this makes it into my club. But Berry Bubble Blue is definitely going into my club. But I wouldn't be surprised if Imagination Land ends up there too. Next up, I finished a Water Lily and Bergamot. This is from the summer collection. It lists with scent notes of bergamot, white musk, and pools of water lily. I do really enjoy this bar. I melted this in my closed concept living room, which only required, I think, 3 cubes. And then also, I did this in the bathroom a couple of times and once in a bedroom. It's a beautiful bar. It's a strong performer and it provides just a really sweet, elegant bergamot scent that I really do think is not to be missed. I'm surprised how much I love this on warm. Next up, we have Hibiscus Sunset, and this is one that I just really enjoy. It is a sweet, tangy pineapple that lists as having peach nectar and also, I think, just the hibiscus flower. I'll put the scent notes in. Don't have them in front of me right now, but this is just a beautiful, sweet fragrance. It's not overly floral and it's definitely leaning fruity, but it's just a wonderful, fun, open concept warm. It also does really great in bedrooms, but that bar we used completely in our open concept. Onto a bar that is a bedroom melt for me. This is Hoth Winter. It's from the retired Star Wars collection that just launched in May. Its scent notes are cool winter air, midnight woods, and amber. And I just love this in a bedroom. I do love woodsy notes, but it's very rare to me to find a wood fragrance that performs really well and is pleasing to everyone in my home in bedrooms. And this one fits that bill. It's just a very fresh, bright, wonderful fragrance. Next up is an old Bring Back My Bar. This is from January of last year. This is Toasted Caramel Sugar, and it lists as warm milk, caramelized sugar, toffee, and vanilla musk. And this is one that I've been blending with. So I've just been like going 2 cubes at a time, blending and mixing with this one, and it's finally gotten to empty, but I really enjoy that. And next up should be no surprise. This is Midnight Masquerade. This is a constant kitchen melt for me. I probably melt it once a week, if not 2 to 3 times a week in my kitchen. I just really enjoy that fragrance all over the spring and summer. It's been a favorite, and I knew it would be. The sugared beignets are just light and fun with smoky vanilla and midnight lily. I love it. I know you hear me talking about it. Probably, I'm not going to be surprised if it turns out that I've been melting this every week. If I look back and watch it, I really enjoy that fragrance. And my last bar that I got through this past week is White Pumpkin and Driftwood. I know this is a fall fragrance, but I really love this one. It is in my club. It's White Pumpkin and Driftwood, and I am a mood melter. I really enjoy this in my office space in particular. It's just a beautiful, warm driftwood fragrance. You do get the pumpkin, the driftwood, the cardamom, and an amber note that's very unique. I love mixing with this also in alternating warmers. It's just a really good bar, but it's just a great bar if you like those types of scent notes. And finally, I am really excited to share that I finished a brick. This is Soarin' High Through the Sky. It's one of my favorite scents. I do have the bar in my club, and I have one more brick of this, I think. It's apple, melon, magnolia, and candied fruit. I love this so much in my open concept. It's one of the few um, scents that give me 3 full days, which is like 45 hours in my open concept. So it's really great for busy spring and summer months. It's just a beautiful fragrance that's a crowd pleaser in my home. So I'm very glad to have had it and to have gotten through it. I'd love to hear what you've been getting through this week in the comments below, and what are your thoughts on Bring Back My Bar? I can't wait to hear and follow along. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Talk to you soon.